All right, guys, now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to see if we can find a list. Let's see how hard this is, right? I already know Alabama um, will work with what we need. Alabama County. Huh. Oh, freaking thing. Erase that. Okay, guys, now we're going to see about finding a list. Let's try surplus funds first. Well, what's interesting here, instead of me chasing after Alabama that I know it, because I know you can probably find something, we give you a letter, guys. You can send straight out. You can send out and say, here's what we've got. This is what we want. And they'll give it to you. It's Freedom of Information Act. There's no black helicopters flying over there. But let's say I had already checked out. Let's take a look here. Besides Alabama, I wanted, now Florida's off limits, right? You can't work that. But let's see what this is real quick, because I wanted to show you how easy this is. Arapahoe County, Colorado. Trustee unclaimed foreclosure funds, right? Boom. I got a list. Now, let me tell you the beauty of this list. What you're looking for, you've got a reference here, which is nice, right? You've got the property address. That's huge. You've got how much the overbid was. They call them overbids, remainders, excess proceeds, surplus funds, overages, whatever. Owner of the property at the time of the sale. You got all this information, right? So let's actually do this for you. Let's say this is the one we wanted to go after because it's this second one here because it's 20 grand. And by the way, look. And most of these are small, but oh, there's 16,000 right there. Arapahoe is not a huge county out there either, guys. Right? These are overbids, they call them. Now let's check this out. You see what I've got? I just found this. Now I would want to go online and check and see, can I actually work Arapahoe County? Let's go to Google first. Official website, clerk and recorder. Let's look. This is Arapahoe County. I try legal document search. I accept the conditions. All right, what was this guy's name? Not going to be too many of those. Right here. Din Tuan Nguyen. Probably last name first. Yep. Is that correct? Yeah. So let's search. Now, when did this happen, by the way? The sales date was 5/12/04. So we know that's when the deed was transferred, of course, out of his name into somebody else's. That's oldest first. Okay, so 2004 is when it transferred. Got to go to the next page. Now, this is the bank releasing it, by the way, a couple months later, but here you go. Public Trustee Certificate of Redemption, Public Trustee, Arapahoe County, Certificate of Purchase. All right, we're going to erase that because the dude redeemed it. Huh. Must be an old list. All right, let's erase all that crap from the vid. All right, guys, here we go. Harry L. Robinson, deceased. I don't think I want to touch that. Erase. Here's one. Peggy Copeland. Okay, this happened 8/8/2012. Here you go, guys. This is when it's recorded anyway. You see this? This is where they told her, hey, let's click on it. Demand for sale. MERS is foreclosing over original principal of 71. All right, so let's go back. It's great to know MERS foreclosed. Okay, so first of all, that was the demand. Here is the, let's see what this is here. Okay, so we got Peggy Copeland. This is the actual public trustee foreclosure sale, guys. Certificate of purchase, public trustee. Original, there's the beneficiary, which was MERS, okay, which was, by the way, that's the original beneficiary. Obviously, current holder of evidence of debt was Bank of America. So I'll show you that in a second. Deed of trust recording. Hold on. At the sale, JD Investments, hereby purchaser. So those are the guys that bought it. So that's a certificate showing you who bought it. Now, let's go backwards in time, okay? First of all, let's make sure Peggy didn't transfer it to anybody else. We've got the public, we've got the notice of election, demand and sale, the certificate of purchase, so it's sold, and the transfer of the deed to the new buyer. Before that, we had an assignment. We also had an assessment lien notice, deed of trust, and a warranty deed. So when she first bought the property, she bought it. I'll show you how easy this is. Now you're going to be, guys, I'm not going to walk you through the thing perfectly, but I just want to give you an idea of how easy this is. This is the warranty deed, okay? Jimmy Irwin sold it to Peggy Copeland. That's the original deed. That's not the deed we would need, but that's the original deed, okay? After that, they're recording a mortgage, which is also called a deed of trust. Easy peasy, guys, once you get the basic terminology down, right? So, of course, she didn't buy it cash from the guy. She got with Mortgage Electronic Service, MERS, right? She got a mortgage for them for $71,677. So you would write that down. Now, in this case, you really don't need to be honest, because you've already got that information for where they foreclosed. But if you were taking this step by step, you would. But then they assigned it. I'm going to come back to this homeowners association thing here. Then they assigned it, okay? What happened? Well, it's going to reference, so you know it's the right property and everything else. In the last deed, and in this one, deed of trust, the assignment of it is going to reference where it is, okay? Not this, that's the address of the beneficiary, but they always reference, they have a legal description or some type of reference that they use for the property. And in doing so, look at this, original deed of trust, original loan amount. You know this is that same loan. It's now been assigned to BAC, Bank of America, right? So we know it's been assigned. You would make a note of that. That's part of your research. Then after that, it's foreclosed on. Boom, a couple months later, they foreclosed it. Now, let's look up here because this is the other thing. This is another type of debt, this homeowners association here. So how much is this? Again, we've got the notice of lien. It's $1,475. Okay? It shall draw interest in accordance with the terms of the above referenced declaration of covenants. Now, let's say it's 5%. This was back in 10-11. Okay? We're now in 16. 4.5 years later is when I'm doing this. Okay? Let's say it was 5%. That'd be $70 a year. So let's add $300 to this. Well, let's just make it $1,800 bucks is now owed. You'd fill that in too. Okay? And then you put that in our title worksheet. So you'd know that even though it's showing 10 right here, right? 10,589, there's $1,800 in homeowners association that also has to be paid before Peggy can be paid. Now, if this had been 16,000 left over, we could have still gone after it, or 17,000, I should say. We still could have gone after it. As it stands now, we're going to be looking at $8,700 to go after. That's too low for us. The minimum we want to go after, actually, we've been talking about this. To start, the minimum we're going to go after is a $15,000 claim, guys. And this is a really tiny county, okay? And we still have overbids that fit the bill. We got a $16,000 overbid here, Harry Robinson. I don't care if he's deceased. We can still go after it. What else we have? That's too low, 41. By the way, you can work whatever you want. This is if you're going to work as a researcher and send it in. Din Tuan, you can send that in, guys. Okay? Arapahoe County, these are overages. Easy peasy. You would have filled that in and sent it in, and we would have taken it from there. Now, I'll give you guys access to a complete, where I actually walk you through a difficult one, and I do all of it, so you make sure it's something you're comfortable with. Hope that helps. Have a great day.